Welcome to the Operation Game Night Podcast. Back and better than ever. Today, I'm not joined by Clay. Clay is off frolicking, doing God knows what. Today, I'm joined by Vic from the Games Moss podcast. He is back and one of our closest collaborators on the podcast. So thank you for agreeing to fill in and be the co-captain of the ship today. And we just kind of take some time and catch up with Vic, see what's going on at Games Moss. Talk about some video games, maybe talk about some movies that we've been seeing lately. A little bit of an over the fence, a little bit of a debrief of games that we've been playing, and kind of a grab bag with Vic. What do you think?
Oh, I'm excited, man. Thank you much. Thank you so much for having me back on. I love coming on your podcast. I feel like at this point, like I've been on the podcast with you guys, but like Clay's been dodging me. I feel like he just want to collab anymore with me. I have to fill in with Clay. So what's going on with that, Clay? Come on, man. I thought we were homies. What happened with that?
And I feel like I had you booked to come on before Clay even bailed. Or before I knew Clay was bailing. So maybe it is. Maybe he's got beef.
It's not looking so hot with you, Clay. I mean, come on, man. I mean, I'm sorry I said that you didn't like SETI or SETI wasn't good, but you know, I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know that you took it that hard to that badly, but either way, I'm excited, bro. I'm excited to talk, chat, and always happy to be on Operation Game Night. Love the podcast. Love what you guys are doing. You guys are amazing. I always promote you guys, especially on my podcast. I'm always promoting. We're always collabing. So, yeah, dude, I'm excited. I'm excited to do this.
And you wear your OGN shirt every single day.
I have to repeat, yeah, every single day. I just wear it. Like I never probably should wash it, but you know what? I feel like if I wash it, it's gonna bring bad luck. So I just have to wear it every day. So
that's right. The success of our podcast depends on you wearing your OGN shirt every single day.
So if you get negative views, it's probably because I took off my shirt. So that's probably right. Yeah, definitely.
All right, fair enough. Let's jump right in. I know that you've been playing some board games. I've been following your socials on the Games Moss pod, and I will post some social links in the show notes. But talk to me about some of the games that you've been playing that have been standing out to you.
Yeah, man, definitely. So with a little context, I've been playing a lot of board games, but mainly because Raul, he's no stranger to our podcast as well. He's one of my board gaming buddies. I played a lot of board games with him. Me and him made like a kind of like a pact kind of a deal where we're like, hey, listen, we have so many games on our pile of shame. He calls it the pile of opportunity. I call it pile of shame. But yeah, we have a bunch of games, and for those who are listening, like, what's a pile of shame? It's like board games that we have that we keep buying, but we don't end up playing because we're just keep buying more board games. You know, it's not an addiction. It's just it's just an opportunity. It's a hobby,
right.
You know, it's an investment. And so we decided, hey, listen up, we got to play these games, man. We're building up so much pile here. We got to play these games. So we decided every Friday or almost every Monday or almost every other Monday, we're gonna meet up at our local game store and we're gonna play one of our games. We choose. So one Monday I choose a game. The other Monday, he chooses a game, and we just play it once, and we see how it is. We go, and then we just buy it down. And the pact is we cannot buy any more board games until we at least get half of our pile of shame down. Once we get it down, then maybe we can buy more games, but like we can't buy. Now, granted, we kind of haven't been following that pact a little bit because I have acquired some new board games. We can talk about it later. But yeah, so I've been playing every Monday a couple games here, and man, it's been a journey. So I got to play Tend for the first time.
Okay.
Really enjoyed it. Played it with another buddy of ours. He didn't enjoy it as much. He actually disliked that game. He's like, I don't like this game. I'm like, why? This game is great. He's like, he's more of like he wants confrontation. He wants to like fight somebody, or he wants to like more player interaction. I enjoyed it because I love Stardew, and I love this game. Reminds me of Stardew and reminds me, farming and stuff. Roll and rights are fun. So Tend, by Ivy or V or Four Studio. I don't know what people call it, Ivy or Four, so whatever. Great game. I enjoyed it. It was fun. So we played that. Finally got to play it. It's on the back over here. I don't know if you can see it, but it's First Martians.
Oh, okay.
I had that for the longest time, but I haven't played it. Got to play it finally, and was a little disappointed in the game, to be honest. A little bit saddened by the rules. The rules are very vague.
Okay.
They even like revamped them, and it's still vague. So, not the brightest spot. I still enjoyed it. It's still fun. I'm curious to know about the story. Go more. It's a campaign kind of game where you kind of work together. You're on Mars. You're working to do all these missions. Keep your station afloat. Got to make sure you're providing oxygen and You're watering your plants and to create more food and stuff. So yeah, it was cool, but not a big bright spot to me, in my opinion.
Okay.
What else? We got to play Faya Swamp.
Okay.
Faya Swamp
That's been all the rage lately.
Yes, I enjoy that game. It was very fun. Very, very tight. I would say it's very restrictive because like a typical Euro, you can't do a lot of actions with your ships, and then in order to do actions with your ship, you have to be near an island, so you're very restricted on things like that. So, but we got to play it. It was fun. I enjoyed it. It was a good game. That was my buddy's game. That was his choice. He got that, and then we got to play Fortunes of Scoundrel Bay, which we got to play it twice because the first time we played. Oh, actually, I played it 3 times because the first time we didn't finish. Second time it was a 2-player, and then the third time we did it with the 3-player variant to see how it was. I enjoyed it. I keep calling it Pirates of Scoundrel Bay, but it's Fortunes of Scoundrel Bay. But you are pirate. You are pirates, so okay. But I really dig that game. Another Euro, but it's very straightforward, very easy to learn. You're just doing 3 actions, and you can't. You have to do a different action each turn. You either sell, you raid, or you recruit. But you have to be careful because if you're recruiting a lot of pirates, you got to feed them. And if you don't feed them, they go to the sick bay, and that's minus points to you at the end of the game.
Oh, okay.
Or if you can't feed them, they go to the graveyard. That's even more minus points at the end of the game. So I enjoyed that game. That game was really cool. You're versing creatures. You're going to harbors. You're going trading. You're picking up treasure. You're doing a lot of things. So it's very action selection, worker management, worker placement kind of deal, mixture of that. So I enjoyed that game. It was fun.
All right, so Vic, I gotta put you on pause for just a minute. We have a surprise guest.
All right, yeah, I love this.
Prolific name in the board game design space, and that is Peter C. Hayward. Peter, how are you?
Hey, I am overly punctual. It turns out I'm a full week early for our scheduled interview. So I'm so sorry, Vic. I didn't mean to come in and take the spotlight off you. This was in my calendar as this week, not next week. So I am early. Is the answer to how am I?
we are honored that you would join us a full week early, if at all. So thank you very much.
I'm just gonna be in this call for the next week. This is all I'm doing until our actually scheduled call. So
just stay in the studio for the whole week.
That's right.
Yeah. What's 24 times 7? That's how many hours of podcast you're gonna get.
There you go. Nice. That's a lot of editing.
So right now we're sharing games that we've been playing this week. Peter, you've been playing any games this week that you want to talk about?
Yeah, so my girlfriend and I just played Coimbra last night, which has been on the shelf of opportunity for a while. And we actually picked it because we're trying to clear that shelf of stuff. So I have a very strict number of games I'm allowed to keep. So I can see behind Vic that you have stacks and stacks and stacks of games.
Yeah.
Imagine like 2 of those shelves. That's my capacity. I'm only allowing myself to keep like that many games. Party games are separate. They're in a different room because I play with so many non-gamers. But in terms of like games, so I have a strict 1 in, 1 out policy. And so above this carefully curated shelf is just a huge stack of games. And so we unfortunately like games a lot. So the last few games we pulled off from that shelf actually made it onto the shelf and had to get rid of something else. So this week I picked something that I was pretty sure I wouldn't like. And Coimbra served that purpose.
Wow.
Have you guys played it?
I have not. I'm interested to hear your take on it, though.
It's a very dry Euro. So you are thematically medieval Europing, just general medieval Europe, and you've got coins and guards and cards and cards. And the kind of central conceit is that it's a dice placement game. So you roll these dice, and you each have these little plastic containers that you choose the dice and you put it in there to show that it's yours. Because the dice come in different colors, and it's really important that you know which color you took, what number you took, and that it's yours. And then you essentially use the dice to place workers to priority bid on cards. There's 3 rows of cards. If you have the highest number, you will get to buy a card first. But the cost of that card is the number of the die that you placed. So if you put a 6 there, you're going to be first, but you're going to pay 6 coins or 6 guards for that card. If you play a 1, you're only paying 1, but there's a pretty good chance that either nothing will be left or nothing good will be left by the time it gets to you. And so it's a slick little system with like at the end of the round, the dice, there's these 4 tracks that you go up, and the dice colors that you pick determine which tracks you trigger and get income from that. And it's all very well integrated, and it did not connect with me at all. It's a pity because I liked a lot of the individual things, but as a whole, I was just like, I don't like victory points. I just
Okay.
there's some victory points that don't click in my brain.
Okay.
And this game was like, hey, look, this action's a little bit weaker, so also have 3 victory points. This one's a little bit stronger, so it's worth only 1 victory point. And I just can't process victory points. Of my various published games, I think only 5 of them have victory points. They're all co-designs.
Oh wow.
You're like typically a win conditions type person, like
Win conditions,
one winner,
yes.
met the condition, check the box,
Exactly.
game is over.
Spot on. That's my preferred style, because then I don't have to. There's a game, again, a very good game that didn't connect with me called Let's Go to Japan. And the designer is local, Josh. I know him, very, very well received game. Everyone loves it. And I found myself sitting there being like, okay, I need to sit here and calculate. Do I take this card or this almost identical card? And in 40 minutes when the game ends, the difference will be like 1 or 2 points. And there's just something about that I'm like, I don't care. Like, I'm not incentivized by victory points at all. And so when that's what kind of you have to do, the point salad kind of stuff, it just doesn't click with my brain at all. So Coimbra is off the shelf and out of my life, but I'm glad I gave it a second shot.
Nice. I'm glad you got it played and thinned out your shelf of opportunity a little bit.
Yes.
Yep, nice.
So I had a pretty light game that I got to play, and that was called One for Sorrow. And that is a very small, like 18 card hand management game. And it's based on some old wives' tale or some rhyme that says 1 for sorrow, 2 for joy, 3 for a girl, and 4 for
3
a boy.
to get ready, then go cat go.
Yeah, that's right. And so it's a bit based on some, I don't know, omen about seeing flocks of ravens while expecting a child and what it means for the sex of your child. And I don't know, it's kind of obtuse, but basically the concept is you have 18 cards. There's 13 raven cards, 1 like red devil type character that's in the deck, and then you have 4 trees. And you start with you play this game in your hand, so that all 18 cards stay in your hand the whole time, kind of like Palm Island or something like that, where you're holding it, you're kind of just reading the top card that gets flipped. You decide what you want to do with it. Game? It is a solo game. Solo only. So all 18 card ravens mixed with the 1 red devil, and then you have the 4 tree cards at the bottom. And what you're trying to do is you're trying to put all those raven cards in order before the trees get manipulated. So the trees will get like flipped, they'll get rotated, and then they get flipped. And the orientation of the cards matter because the cards will get flipped and have alternate kind of abilities. So I flip a card. Let's say it's like the raven of three raven or whatever it is. You can rearrange the bottom 4 cards in the deck. And so you pull out the bottom 4 cards, you kind of look at them, and you can rearrange them in any order that you want. Now, if I use that ability,
deck is in your hand.
The deck is in your hand.
Oh. So some of it, you don't know what's in there, so it's like
So you can't see what's underneath. You're kind of flipping one at a time, and the goal is to get all 13 ravens in numerical order in your hand before the trees get rotated and flipped. All 4 trees, and it is really difficult to do because when that red devil comes up, he will manipulate that next tree and kind of jump through your deck to rotate, and it's a little obtuse to handle in your hand sometimes, like sifting through cards and stuff.
Yeah,
but I think it's a pretty smart game if you like those small button shy games like Sprawlopolis, like Palm Island, like it kind of reminds me of like Food Chain Island too, where all the different animals have different abilities. You're kind of doing something like that, but it's all in your hand at the same time. It's like a print and play game. You can buy a copy of it online through the publisher, but it's 18 cards. You can print this out on some card stock and just play it, as you travel and stuff. It's kind of cool. I thought it was a neat design.
Did you ever play Numsters from Button Shy?
Yes, it kind of reminds me of that as well.
That's what I was going to say, as you're describing it. Have you played that one, Vic?
I haven't. No, I don't think I have.
It's really clever. It's just the numbers 1 through 18. Yep. And I think 7 is the dangerous one because 7, 8, 9.
Yep.
And you're just trying to get them in order before 7 eats all the cards in your hand. And similarly, it's 18 cards in your hand, solo game. It's about getting them in order. It's just really slick. Cool. And each card has unique ability. So yeah, it feels like it has a sister game in that. It is
in that same vein and definitely inspired by Button Shy, but not published by Button Shy. Right, and I'm going to look it up real quick because I don't know the publisher off the top of my head. I'm gonna let Vic talk about any game that he has next while I look this up.
Yeah. I mean, I think the last game that I played recently from the pile of opportunity that I've been trying to narrow down, yes, is played Inferno. We played Inferno with a buddy of mine. I enjoyed it. That was cool. I liked it a little bit more than Fortunes of Scoundrel Bay, to be honest. Mostly because it was very chess-like, and I'm a big chess player. I love playing chess so much. And the way you're pretty much, it follows like the story of Dante's Inferno. As Dante's going down through the levels of hell, you're sending these souls down to their levels of hell. You got to send these little meeples down. They got to land to their circle of hell, and then they lay down, and you get points for them. But when you send them to the first purgatory, it's like all game. Like everyone else can move that soul too. So you have to kind of like strategize. Like, if I move them one step down, then it leaves it open for the next player to move it down to their and they claim the points. So how do you mitigate that? Well, there's guardians you can use to kind of stop them. You can, there's like a Medusa you can use to freeze that soul, or you can use Cerberus to scare it off to like make it go. So there's a bunch of other guardians you can use, but I like the very action selection based game. Victory point led, so sorry about that, Peter. That's a very victory point heavy game. I enjoyed that game a lot. It was I just mostly the chess element, the main area for moving your souls down. You have to like, it kind of plays with like chess and checkers. So if like, you need to move a soul down to the lower, but there's other souls that were in there, you jump them, so you go further down. So you kind of have to like chain. You can chain it to reach the level of hell that it's in. But I liked it. It was great. We played that and Fortunes of Scoundrel Bay back to back, and we did a compare and contrast on those Euros, and I liked Inferno a little bit more for the chess element. But
Inferno is strictly based on like Dante's Inferno / Greek mythology.
Yes. Okay. It incorporates like a lot of that. Like you play one of like these. You play like a house, this house in Italy. And your job is to like accuse sinners as you do action. So you like accuse a sinner, and then you bring down souls, and wherever like you were at in your action, you have a couple of actions you do. They're all color coordinated. So like pink is lust, and brown is greed.
The seven deadly sins.
Exactly, correct. And so if you have a worker on the pink section, and you're accusing there, then you're accusing a soul there that was lusting or something. And so then you pull out a pink meeple, and now that's a pink meeple in the gates. You pay the ferryman, which I think his name was like Charon or whatever his name.
Yeah,
Karen.
Yeah.
You pay him, and then he sends the soul to hell, and then now it's your job to like guide him down to its level of hell and stuff like that. And certainly, the deeper you go, the more points it is. And then I think the game ends once Dante moves all the way down to the bottom and reaches the frozen lake. Where like the devil's eating like Judas or something like that. And so it's very interesting game. There's a lot going on it, but it's not that hard. Like it's very intimidating when you see it, because it's like a big board and like pieces everywhere, and you're just like, okay, what do I do? But when you get to it, you just do 2 actions, and then that's it. Just do this, do your little action selection, what you did, and then move on to the next player. So that was fun. I enjoyed playing Inferno. It was a good one for sure.
That sounds up my alley. I
think you might like it.
I'm excited about that one. I like it. I'm gonna check it out.
Is that one new?
I don't know if it's new. Raul got it back when we went to SochijoCon, which was maybe 3 years ago. About 3 years ago.
2024.
So definitely not new.
Yeah. So
2024, published by Red Mojo. Designer is Fernando Eduardo Sanchez. Artist is David Benzal, and Christian Casado Otazu.
Interesting.
What a suitable first name.
Yeah, right. Great game, great artwork. I mean, it's very aesthetically pleasing. I enjoyed it. It's cool. The little like souls that you send, they're color coordinated, and then in the middle of them have like a little symbol to represent their sin. So like the greed one has like a little symbol of like a money bag on their chest and stuff. That you guess it's cool. I like it.
Look at this board.
Yeah,
holy
that's the board.
smokes!
That's the board. So if you look at the middle, so
That's
that like
the
the first ring is purgatory, and then you send them down those chains. And you're on your action. Let's say you move a pink one down to that pink layer, then you lower it down, and you get the points at the end. But again, they're anyone's game. Anyone can move those souls. So you kind of have to like figure out what souls you're gonna move down, what ones you're gonna keep. But yeah, it's a great game. That's I enjoyed it. It's fun.
That sounds rad. I like it.
Yeah.
You'll like it. I think you'll like it for sure, Travis.
Peter, you got another game you want to share?
So my son just came and visited for a week, and he is 8 years old and the most ferocious 8-year-old for board games you'll ever meet. So
Nice.
I got him into deck building. So
Okay.
I picked up a copy of Quest for El Dorado because I wanted to play it for research purposes, and he loved that. He won his first game, so after that it was all he wanted to play. And so then my son and my assistant were at a local game store, and my assistant is like the most lovely, normal person who's never played a board game before meeting me. Before meeting me, she didn't know that people could be board game designers. And then she's had such a specific kind of view into the world of board games that the first time I took her to a game store, she was like, oh, and everyone here is like a designer playing their own game. And I had to be like, oh, no, you only know the design part of the hobby. You have no awareness that people buy the games and play them. So I got into games a little bit like Flip 7 and Hanamakoji. And then on this board game day, after we played Quest for El Dorado, she was like, let's play something longer. And I was like, are you sure? Like, that's pretty long. She's like, no, I want something longer. So I showed both my assistant and my son Clank.
Yes.
Clank.
And they loved it. The final scores were my assistant got 107, my son got 72, and I got eaten by the dragon. So they were both absolutely thrilled to have like not only played a big heavy game, beaten it. And this is the game I actually want to talk about. We came home and my son wanted to play another deck builder. So I pulled out Ruins of Arnak, which is a CGE game that you would not normally think an 8-year-old would even be interested in, let alone beat his father at it, despite it being one of my favorite games of all time. So he won by 1 point.
Oh, wow.
Which was I was very proud and frustrated all at once. We played again with my assistant, and my son won again on the tie break that time.
Nice.
So he is just like, it's like a party trick. I just put him in front of a Euro, teach him how it goes, and he's like, oh, I'm going to buy this, which will trigger that, and that'll let me go up this track, and that lets me play this card. It's wonderful to watch. So all three of those games are just like, they're all deck building games with a board, which to both my assistant and my son is like, oh, that's how deck building games work. And it's hard to explain how they work without the board if you've only played them with the board, because they're like, well, what would you do with the cards? And I'm like, it's such a good question, and I don't know how to answer. But trust me, like they do exist without a map to go around.
You are talking our language here at OGN because we talk about Quest for El Dorado all the time.
Oh, really?
And
I'm so
Lost Ruins of Arnak, our third leg of OGN, which is Jared, has not been on in a while, but that is his favorite game of all time. He consistently has
2 legs. How can you even walk around with only 2 legs? I don't understand.
You'd be surprised.
They just do the worm.
With great struggle, yes. But Jared, that is his favorite game. He has no less than like 12 to 15 games on Board Game Arena going for Lost Ruins of Arnak at any given time. We flew out to Vegas to watch him compete in the World Series of Board Gaming for Lost Ruins of Arnak. So he's into it.
I often describe Arnak as the best developed game I've ever seen, because like the core of it is good. Obviously, it's like worker placement plus deck building with a cool theme and all that. But the way that CGE developed that game, I think, is what really magnifies it. So as an example, there's a lot of cards that you buy, like any card that you want. But the rule is you don't just buy any card you want. You flip one more and buy any that you want. So A, you have like more options than just taking the action. And B, once you've bought a card, that's the one that comes in and fills it. So like it's a step that you're doing anyway. Just the like so many things, the way the wand moves along the 5 rounds, and like every part of that game is just so slick. It's just, I think it's a masterclass in not only game design, but specifically development. I think it's so beautifully developed.
I like it.
One of my buddies I played with it, with board games that were going through the pile of opportunity. His hot take is that he prefers Endless Winter over Lost Ruins of Arnak. He thinks it's better. Yeah, he said it's. I played it with them, and it plays a lot similar like Lost Ruins of Arnak, except it's more caveman, Ice Age kind of style. And he says it's a better fleshed out game than Lost Ruins of Arnak. I disagree with him. I think
better fleshed out. What are you talking about?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. I was like, when he said that, I was like, whoa, bro, hold on. Let's pause. Let's pause.
Fighting words.
It's a game. Endless Winter is a great game. It's fun.
Oh, it's the designer of Rurik. I really like Rurik.
Great game. It's fun. There's a lot going on. There's a lot more going on in this one than Lost Ruins of Arnak.
Right.
But I enjoy Lost Ruins of Arnak more than this game. But this is
it's just a pleasure to play. They just recently announced the final mini expansion.
Yep.
And I don't have any of the expansions because I'm still getting so much joy. I tend to play the base game a lot before I expand it. So I'm on play 10 or 15 or something like that. By the time I get to 20 or 25, I'll probably be like, okay, because everyone says the expansion amplifies it. I'm like, I'm having such a good time. I don't want to skip good times because of potential future good times.
Yeah.
Peter, we're gonna have you on when Jared gets back, and you guys can talk about Lost Ruins because he is like same track of mind, like no expansions, purist, likes to play the game.
Really?
Like, oh yeah, he freaking loves that game.
Nice.
So, awesome, great. Thank you for sharing. I have one more game that I want to share, and I'm not going to do it any sort of justice because I just got into it, but I have always been intrigued by the game Mr. President. And it is published by GMT Games. They do a bunch of simulated Civil War battle games, like troops on a map, moving them around, like very tactical, very strategic. Designer is Gene Billingsley, and the artist is Donald Haggerty. Donald Haggerty. And the reason that I finally gave this a shot is because there is a digital implementation that is out there now that greatly streamlines the entire thing. For reference, the weight on this game is 4.3 out of 5 on BGG.
Whoa.
One player only. Playtime is 360 to 600 minutes. That is 6 to 10 hours. So this is not a game that you sit down, like you have to devote an entire day, or you have to leave it like in your basement for weeks on end as you play it.
Yeah.
So I've always been intrigued by the systems in this game. It's basically like it is nothing if not ambitious. It is trying to simulate everything it takes to be an American president and put it into a board game. And you're like trying to pass bills, and you're trying to, stop, foreign conflicts, and you're trying to, maintain your economy, and you're trying to, oh my good Lord. So I'm sorry.
What platform did you play it on?
So it is on Steam now, and it's in early access. They have a couple of other GMT published games that are on Steam, but this one just came within the last month or so. I think it releases 1.0 maybe this week, but it vastly streamlines the game. Granted, I've never played the cardboard version. I am too intimidated by it.
Takes it down to a mere 4 hours.
Yeah. But I've heard, at least from the people that I've talked to that have played it or listened to podcasts about it, you open up the box and it has 8 instruction booklets on you're taking a civics class, a collegiate civics class while playing a board game. And that sounds intimidating to me, but sounds intriguing. So I was like, I might as well give the digital implementation a shot. And the UI kind of is clunky in places that cards would be relatively simple to read and manipulate. The UI is a bit clunky, but it at least streamlines the process, and you can save it and put it away and not have to worry about it. The common thing that I've seen in the feedback that people are giving to GMT and the publisher of the digital version is that you need a log, when you log on, to be able to pull up the log to see what was I doing, what was I working on, and where do I want to go from here, because it throws you right into right where you were when you closed it down.
You need a pen and paper to take note. Wait, Travis, are you saying you don't just sit there and play it as one single sitting? I think that's the
I have a 2-year-old running around the house. There's no way I'm sitting there for 6 to 10 hours.
Teach the 2-year-old to play this game. I don't see the problem. How far through, have you finished the game yet?
No. I feel like I failed pretty terribly my first time kind of clicking around and trying to get used to the systems and stuff. And, war broke out and I failed and I was, impeached or whatever it was, but restarted and starting to work my way through it. But it's a beast of a game. I cannot imagine people sitting down to play the cardboard version of this game. It is insane. The level of detail that is in these systems is so deep, and it is nothing if not ambitious. I will give it that.
Wow.
Did either of you ever play Virgin Queen?
No, I have not.
That was, I think, the game that got me into the hobby, really. Which is,
Really?
it's also GMT. It's also a simulation. It's a 7-hour war game based around the rule of the Virgin Queen, and everyone plays a different nation, and they're all pretty asymmetrical. Where, like, France is more concerned about marriages, and England's more concerned about colonies, and like everyone's got their own stuff going on. The most interesting one is that the Netherlands is actually two factions. One is the ruling party, and one doesn't exist on the board at all. They're just trying to, like, what's what I'm looking for? Stoke revolution, sort of like the in Root, the Woodlands. Like, they don't exist, and they're just trying to get enough, like, populism happening that they can suddenly appear. So you'll be 3 hours into the game, and you'll be like, oh, the Netherlands is having a civil war, and there's a whole new faction on the board that wasn't there before. It's so when you talk about the level of detail, I'm like, oh, I know GMT. I know how much they love that simulation quality.
And it sounds like
I will never play Virgin Queen again, but I've played it only 4 or 5 times as my introduction to the hobby.
Jeez,
wow, what an introduction!
You started off on the right foot, I guess.
True.
Yeah,
hey, Travis,
Mr. President has similar systems like that, where it'll be like you get your daily briefings or whatever, and it'll say a civil war is breaking out in the Congo or something.
Yeah.
And it's like, what do you want to do? And obviously there's always an option to do nothing, but that might spiral and like cause repercussions later. So keeping an eye on all the pieces and all the regions and all the countries and all, like, it's wild. It is wild, to say the least. So if you are interested in this, you can wish list it on Steam.
It's tickling my game design brain, because a lot of my designs are hearing an idea and just being like, how would I do that? Yeah. And sometimes I'll play the original, sometimes I won't. Sometimes I'll just be like, how would I do that? And so I'm already like, oh, how would I make it not a 7 to 10 hour experience and like still have the variety? And so yeah, you're tickling my brain.
Yeah, check it out. It's right now it's like $20-ish on Steam. I'm sure it'll go on sale. Their GMT games.
I only have a Steam Deck, and I feel like it's not going to be the best kind of game to play on a screen this big.
Actually, I don't think it would be too bad, because when I pull it up on my computer, it like has a smaller box inside. Like, it has like kind of borders on either side.
Yeah,
it's got borders that like are like your Oval Office or whatever. And if you clip those out, and you can just read, it might not be too bad.
I'll check it out. Yeah, it's definitely
give it a shot. Yeah.
You sold it.
Okay, all right. Well, at least I could sell it to one person, because I'm not doing it justice for sure.
You'll get your GMT commission. Don't worry.
That's right.
There you go.
That's right.
There you go. Nice.
Got the check. Does anybody have any other games? Otherwise, we're just going to start rapping about other stuff that we've been doing.
Stuff. I just want to do a quick shout out, real quick, to our mutual friend Travis, Tiff.
Yeah.
She been posting on her channel about 10 penny parks, and she got me intrigued, and it's sitting behind me right now, back there, right there.
Okay.
I ordered it, and it looked great. Whenever it's anything has to do with theme parks, building theme parks, or park building, I'm already in. I love theme parks. I mean, I own all the roller coaster tycoons, all the planet coasters. So I spent hours. I have like over 800 hours on Planet Coaster itself, just designing coasters, because I just love that. That's like a dream of mine. So anyway, she posted that, and I was like, what is that game? I need to get that game. And I ended up getting that game, and it's on my pile.
Did you guys follow the many of the Gen Con announcements? We're recording this on the last day of Gen Con right now.
That's right.
Yeah.
Because All Play just announced their new game. It's a Wonderful World or something like that, which is it's in a theme park, but you are not building it. You are a guest. Sort of like Let's Go to Japan. You're trying to get the most enjoyment out of the theme park. Is coming soon. It's from John D. Clare and Robert Surname.
Love me some John D. Clare.
Yeah.
That one was exciting. That one sounds cool. Probably one of my top. Man, we've been like just burning through All Play games here at OGN. Like, we play so many All Play games, whether they're the big box or the small box. And I just talked about Grunts the other weekend, which is a like tight little tactical skirmish game that plays kind of like rock paper scissors
war game.
Chess plus war game. It kind of reminds me of like the General Orders World War II that came out a couple of years ago that was like really hot at Essen. But Vic, how do you feel about Zoo Tycoon?
It was okay.
Okay. Well,
Okay, but
I have
I'll
Zoo Tycoon, the board game that is not getting played over
Oh.
here. So if you are
Oh.
interested, I might send it over.
send it over. I'll play anything that's Zoo Tycoon, anything Park Builders. I'm a big fan of. Like I said, I've played Zoo Tycoon. The reason I didn't like Zoo Tycoon is because Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 came out with expansions, like the Wild Parks expansion. So that was pretty much Zoo Tycoon. So I'm like, why would I get another game if I already have it on Roller Coaster Tycoon 3? So
That's
I
fair.
do, but I do have Planet Zoo, and so that one's a much better, fun, interactive game that I enjoy playing on Steam. And so, yeah, I mean, if you want to send it my way, I'll play it. I'll play the crap out of it for sure, because I do love me some Tycoon games. I mean, Ark Nova is like one of my favorite games I love playing so much, because I'm building a zoo. That reminds me of Zoo Tycoon. But yeah, Tenpenny Parks is back there. So shout out to you, Tiff. Thanks a lot for adding to my pile of opportunity / shame. I've been trying to knock it down, but you keep adding on to it. So thanks for that. But I'm excited. I'm excited to play it for sure. Although I did break the carousel thing that you build. Like, you build this little carousel that you use to spin, like it has like a spin, like a little spin mechanism,
Like a lazy Susan.
Yes, like a lazy Susan kind of. And I ripped it when I was building it. And I'm like, great.
Oh no!
But the designer said that it's a common occurrence, so they said just email them and they'll send you a replacement. So I was like, oh, okay, cool.
This is why you haven't been trusted to build a theme park in real life, Vic.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's why I'm like, that's why I haven't gotten a job at Universal yet. You know, countless of tries and stuff like that. One day, I'm coming for you, Universal. I'll work there one day, for sure.
Peter, you have any other games you want to shout out?
I mean, my son was here, so we played a lot of Fabled Fruit. Have you guys heard of played that one?
I've heard of it. I've not played it.
It is probably my top 5 of all time, and it is a travesty that's out of print. So I'm talking about this and being like, "Hey, go pay secondary market costs." It's by Friedman Freeze, who is a mad genius, and it's part of his Fabled system. And what he was always trying to do with a Fabled system was a resettable legacy game, basically. So they're always just cards or mostly cards, and you get this huge deck of cards. I think it's like 200, 300 cards. And you play with like a tiny, tiny part of them. And then after each game, you kind of like have burned through some of the top cards and you just progress your way through the deck. So over the course, I've been playing this with my son since he was 5. So 3 years we've been playing this game, and we are like 2/3 of the way through the deck. So it is enormously deep. Like it just keeps going. And the good thing about it is that it doesn't have to be with the same people. It's just the game is different every time. And if you've played it before, you're like, oh, I see what's different. If you haven't, it's just like learning the game for the first time. Like, it actually doesn't make a difference, except that as you go further through the deck, the cards get more complex. So it's a really slick, really clean worker placement system. So everyone has one worker.
Okay.
There's all these little stacks of cards that are the worker spots. Each of them has an ability that you go there. So it'll be like, draw 2 fruit cards. Oh, you're making fruit smoothies is the theme. You're all animals making fruit smoothies. Nice. So you'll go there. You know, this one will be draw 2 cards. This one will be like trade your cards with another player or something like that. Like just all these various things that manipulate the cards in your hand. But as well as that, every location has a recipe. So when you place your worker there, you can either do the ability of the spot or fulfill the recipe. And I mentioned that they are stacks of cards. That's because there's like 5 of the same cards. So once you've fulfilled the recipe, you take the top card, flip it over. It's now one of the smoothies that you've done. First to 3 smoothies wins. And then you draw the top card of the big deck I was talking about, and that comes out. So if it's a type that already exists, you keep building that stack, or else it might be a new card. So depending on how you fulfill these things, you could end up with, 10, 15 locations in play, or go all the way down to like 5 or 6. And you could have cards that are out. Theoretically, you could have a card come out at the beginning of the game and stay there for the entire run of the game, like all through the deck. Or if that one happens to deplete, then so right now, the cards are numbered from 1 through 70 or 80 or whatever it is, and stacks of 5 of each of them. There's hundreds of cards. And right now I think we've got mostly stuff in the 50s, 1 from the 30s and a few from the 70s, because just the way that like our specific game has been unfolding. And it's so well designed because no card breaks another card. And as you get deeper through the deck, the effects, they get a little bit more complex, but more than that, they get more interesting, especially in combination. So you have like a monkey token who lets you steal things, and you have like these wild tokens that come out, and it's just wonderful. So I actually went and I'm like I said, I have a very strict shelf limit. I bought the expansion because I'm like, at some point we are going to finish this, and because the game's out of print, the expansion is going to be even more out of print. I want to make sure I get a copy of this expansion. And then, of course, you have to fill the card up to 150, so I end up buying a bunch more stuff, including, just for you, Vic, a big roller coaster tycoon desk mat.
Oh, nice. Yes.
So
let's go.
I tied it all together. So yeah, Fabled Fruit. If you, one of the many things I do is run a publishing company, and I'm genuinely thinking of like reaching out and trying to do a reprint because I just think it's such an incredible game. I'm friends with a designer called Alex Cutler. We made Critic Kitchen together, and I showed it to Alex, and he was like, "Oh, this is really good," and it helped him kind of crack the game he was working on, which just got released at Gen Con, Mountain Goat's Legacy. Yeah. So there's a little bit of Fabled Fruit in Mountain Goat's Legacy, and it's a magnificent game. If you can get a copy on it, don't blink twice. Like grab it immediately because it won't be around forever, and it's absolutely worth it.
I'm been looking for that.
Yeah, it's and yeah, the expansion. I can't remember what the theme is, but I'm excited to like eventually. And the thing is, it's fully resettable. Like we could finish it and just go back to the start and keep playing as a new game and still have a good time. But I'm just curious where, as a designer, where else he went with it with the expansion.
Interesting.
That's incredible. I feel like Friedman Freeze is one of those ones where like people don't have like their Friedman Freeze shelves most of the time, especially not in like your local game store. You're not going to have the Friedman Freeze section, right? You might have the Reiner Knizia section or the All Play section or whatever it was. But like when those games show up, it's like they're kind of like unicorns, and spotting them in the wild
one's
is
a little
tough.
weird gem.
Yeah, I love it. I had Friday for a long time, and I really enjoyed that one. Like a solo only survive on the deserted island or whatever. That one's really cool, and it just wasn't getting played enough, so I handed it off to Clay actually. But
I had this game Flea, which is also part of the Fabled system, and he did this small box one, and that's Flea and I Have Fortune, which I just started. And the thing about the small box Fable games is that there is no rule book. You open the box, it's a deck of cards, literally nothing else. First card says, read me. You read it. It's like, hey, here's the basics of how the system works. Read the next card. Here's some rules. Here's some rules. So the rules come out in the deck.
I love that.
Like, it's again, the man's a mad genius. It's
brilliant.
To play his
games.
That's
definitely brilliant.
It kind of like you almost see a through line between obviously the Fabled Fruits and Mountain Goat's Legacy, but in between there, you almost see a little bit of like Vantage in there, where it's like you're working through this deck and it changes and nothing is going to break the other systems, but you're kind of going on this adventure as you go through it.
And,
I would just love to be
as much to get through the deck as you are to play the game. Like
that's right.
Pure exploration. Yeah,
that's right. I want to be like a fly on the wall when Friedman Freeze pitches some of these things.
Well, I think he publishes his own stuff these days. So
yeah, that's true.
He's pitching to himself.
Makes the job easy.
He has a solo meeting. Talking to himself.
Well, speaking of, I do want to say that the One for Sorrow is self-published it's self-published on the web by Kev Makes Games, because the designer and the artist is both Kevin Newman. So one dude built this system.
Two people both called Kevin. I was like, what are the odds?
What a great name.
Both Kevin.
And then you're like Kevin Newman. I was like, what are the odds of meeting two Kevin Newmans? Oh, no,
Kevin.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Are we ready to move on? Do we want to talk about other stuff that we've been doing outside of board gaming?
I'm ready for whatever. Yeah, man.
Let's do it.
Peter, take it away. What have you been doing outside of board gaming?
Well, I'm going to continue with the theme park theme. Because my son was in town. Okay, so I have been working on a negotiation game.
Okay.
And I'm co-designing it with a man named Aaron Schwartz, and he works at Universal. So here in LA, he works at Universal Studios, not on the theme park side, on the studio side. And so while my son was here, he very generously offered to take me and my son, and my assistant actually came with us as well, on a backstage. Have you ever done the Universal like tour?
Yep.
Oh, Peter, I'm there every day. I live at Universal every day, man. It's 10 minutes from my house.
But instead of being on the tram with everyone else, just us on a golf cart, and we could stop and walk around and take photos at any point of anything. So I got we got to see all the places that you don't get to see. We got my life goal is to make movies. So I was just overjoyed to see like the actual Good Place set and the, the Back to the Future set and the Jaws
the courthouse set,
and Wisteria Lane from Desperate Housewives, and just like go around, take photos. And my son was very polite, but I think he was less excited about this stuff than going to the theme park. But then we went to the theme park and he had a great time. So I had a very, very wonderful day at Universal, being shown around by my friend.
That sounds incredible.
Did you go when they were doing the technical rehearsals for the Fast and Furious coaster?
No. This was just 2 weeks ago. So
Oh no, yeah, it was like last week. They just started opening
Yeah.
up the ride for soft openings.
When
No,
Vic
this
says that
is
he's
a
there,
normal day.
like he's there every day.
I'm there every day. Yes. I love. One of my dreams was to work at Universal. I really like being involved on the rides, like animatronics and tech and stuff like that. So I'm trying to work my way up there. I've been building up my skills. But yeah, I'm there every day with my wife. We're annual pass hold members. We're platinum members. So we go almost every day. I love, and half our friends work there. I mean, I don't want to like name drop and stuff like that, but I mean the VP is a good friend of mine, so I don't. He's offered a lot of things. I'm just like, I don't want to abuse your power, bro, but
No, do it.
That's
the only reason you have friends, right?
Yeah,
exactly. I don't know why else you would.
Yeah, exactly. Just to use them up.
Oh crap, it's gone.
Definitely.
Nope, had a thought it completely vanished. Carry on.
All good.
That's cool that you got to go on the lot though. You got to go on the golf.
Yeah, it was really wicked. I had a great time.
Yep.
And then my son was feeling a little nauseous because I don't know, because it was hot and all that. So we didn't actually do a single ride. We spent a whole day in Universal with an 8-year-old, and I just walked around. We got, because it's so immersive, because there's the Super Mario World, and totally by chance, he's 8 now. So I was like, this is the right age to start watching The Simpsons. So while we had a month together over summer, we watched maybe 40 Simpsons episodes, and getting to go to Universal, they have Springfield there, which would have meant literally nothing to a month ago. And now he was like, it's Moe's, it's Moe's Tavern. We're in Krusty Burger. It was so delightful getting him to like see and he's a big Harry Potter kid. So we went to the Harry Potter land and all of it. It was such a good time.
Oh man,
I'm jealous. That sounds so much fun.
Hey, come on over, Travis.
I know. So I have a whole bunch of stuff to talk about. Vic, I'm gonna let you go first. What have you been doing outside of board gaming?
Yeah, I mean, everything. I've been all around. Right now I've been on the jump. I'm on that Odyssey train. I've been riding the Odyssey. I've been watching the Odyssey. Yeah. Got to see it in 70 mil IMAX and at City Walk. So that was a journey. Ended up watching that at 11 p.m. So I didn't get out of the movies till like 2 a.m. I was half asleep by the time that movie was done. Wow. But it's funny because I was coming from a game night that night. And it's funny because Peter, you mentioned Critter Kitchen. I brought that and I brought Ready Set Bet and I was pitching both games. I'm like, this is a fun betting game, races, and then like
this is a very unfun kitchen game.
I was trying so hard because I love Critter Kitchen. It's a fun game. I was trying to pitch, and I'm like, it's cool because you got to make these dishes and stuff. You got the critter coming, and they're like, well, there's 8 of us, so we can all just play Ready Set Bet. And I was like, okay, I guess we can play this.
The math is on their side there.
Yes, exactly. So I was like, and 2 of them been wanting to play Critter Kitchen, so I'm like, I brought it for you guys, but you guys are going for this one. All right, whatever.
I'll never complain when one of John D. Clare's games gets played over one of mine. The man is a not only a genius but so lovely.
Yeah,
he's cool. He's a nice guy.
I remember what I was going to say. Vic, do you know any local game designers here in LA? Aside from me, obviously.
I mean, you're the only one. I should know. That's it.
So there is a designer, very, very lovely man called Scott Rogers. He's at the playtest event every week, every month. He's made a bunch of games. One of the Alien games, I can't remember which one. He did the Pantone game that came out a few years back. He spent many years as an Imagineer at Disney. So if you ever get a chance to meet him, he would is one of the most lovely, kind men you'll ever meet. He would very happily talk you through the path to becoming like that role, if that's interesting to you.
I would definitely love that. Yeah, I have a coworker of mine that I work with, and we're both like geeks about just like the engineering and like he's an engineer and I'm the technician, so we just geek out every time we see each other about like, did you see the new ride? Did you see the new system that they did?
Yeah, he got married at Haunted Mansion because Haunted Mansion is like his baby.
That's his puppy. Oh my
God. That's incredible.
Before that, is in video games. So the first time I met him, I found out that he worked on Oddworld, Abe's Odyssey. Which was my childhood. So I just sat there and just grilled him for an hour. And he's so generous with his time. He's always happy to talk about the stuff, the cool stuff that he's done in his life.
I literally want to sit down with him and just pick his brain for like a day, just like how
he would love that. He's so lovely.
I just want to soak it all in because I just love it. And my wife gets mad at me because when we ride rides at Universal, I'm not even enjoying the scenery. I'm looking at like the track. I'm like, oh, that's so cool how they did that in the trunk, and that's so cool.
That's me playing board games. I'm like, oh, I see why that costs 3 instead of 4.
Yep.
You should do a very special episode. We just get him on the podcast and pick his brain about Imagineering and board games.
I would love that.
Definitely do that.
Yeah, that'd be great. You better invite me for that, Travis.
Yeah, let's do it.
But other than side of that, yeah. So we had the game night. Went to saw Odyssey. Great movie, 3 hours long. And I mean, it's kind of almost in the board game realm, but I've gotten back onto Gloomhaven, but the digital version.
Yeah.
And I've been playing it, and I'm just like, there's a reason I left to playing this game. I'm like, this game is way too hard. Like, I feel like they just don't want you to win this game. Other than that, or I'm just being dumb with my cards. But we've been playing with some friends online, having a good time. We're trying. And this is a big try, but we're trying to start a D&D campaign. I have all the campaigns and everything. But these guys can't commit, man. I'm like, come on, let's go. I'm ready to go. They said, all right, let's do Sundays. I'm like, okay, we'll do Sundays. We'll do like an hour and a half, whatever. We'll get a session going. Okay. First Sunday we did it. We ran a session, had some fun. Great. Next Sunday, they're like, oh, we can't meet up. Okay, whatever. Next Sunday, oh, we can't meet up either. Okay, I'm like, guys, when are we going to meet up? We just did like half a session. We didn't even get past like the first mission. Like, what's going on? Oh, let's meet up every other Sunday. Oh, okay, fine. Every other Sunday. Every other Sunday rolls around. Oh yeah, I don't know, just hard to commit. I'm like, okay, well then, thanks for whetting my little appetite of wanting to play D&D again. And I got all these campaigns, I got everything set up for you guys. I was ready to DM it. I was having fun. I even bought a voice changer so I can do different characters and stuff with the voice changer. I had some fun the first session, and then they just disappeared. And I'm just like, well, but when I mentioned, oh, let's play a board game, oh, let's play Gloomhaven, they're like, let's do it. I'm like, oh, okay. You want to commit to board? I mean, I'm not mad. I'm okay with committing to a board game, but let's play some D&D, man. I want to play some D&D, So I'm just like, I'm a little.
When Clay and I got ready to start our like initial campaign, our very first campaign, and we were kind of doing the setup and like the character building and stuff. His brother-in-law, who was our DM, said the toughest enemy or the toughest beast that you will fight in Dungeons and Dragons is the calendar. Yes. And sure enough, the scheduling became an issue almost every week. Tough. We're always short somebody, so it's tough.
Yeah, it is. It's tough.
I have an RPG group, and we all travel so much that when we are in town, we're like every week, got to do it because we know there's going to be like a 3-month stretch where we can't. So scarcity mode kind of helps us like prioritize it.
See, man, I need to hang out with your friends, Peter, because my guys can't commit to just a single session. I'm just like, come on, guys. So, but it's been fun. I mean, as I said, it's been a journey. I've been trying to do that, and then mostly just working hard, and podcasting. The podcast is doing good. Games Mas fun. Had a lot of fun guests on the podcast. Had our good friends Kyle and Aaron from Big Squid Productions. Great couple, a filmmaker and a producer, killing it in the horror genre and filmmaking. They're awesome. Got to talk to them about their micro horrors that they came out with called Autonomous. Made me not want to ride a Waymo ever again because they made a horror movie about that. Great couple. I love them. But yeah, just board gaming and then just chilling, man. And then Travis, I'm excited. We're continuing our Resident Evil series that we've been doing.
That's right. With
our collabs. I think as the time of this recording, we're still aiming for Tuesday to finish off Outbreak File 2, and so very excited to do that. And then I'm already, before we recorded, you caught me, but I was playing Survivor, the next one. So I was getting ready to get ready to jump. I'm jumping at the bit, man, because we got till September before the movie comes out, bro.
That's right. We Peter, for your knowledge, we decided for the 30th anniversary of Resident Evil to play through every Resident Evil game.
Oh wow!
Known to man, yeah.
And so we are 5-6 games in now.
Yep.
Do you have a favorite?
So far, right now, okay, I'm still going back to Outbreak. Outbreak's my favorite one.
Outbreak is good.
I've never played any of them. Is one of them called Silent Hill? Is that a...
Oh.
Silent Hill? Oh, man, that's my other favorite series. Is
that
I'm about to educate you.
Separate IP.
Separate IP, yes. Yeah. Silent Hill is a great series.
I'm not a video gamer, so I'm reaching around in the dark.
All good.
Let us educate you, Peter. We'll educate you. We'll teach you. Yeah, Silent Hill is another phenomenal series that is great. That I feel like that's going to be our next chapter, Travis. I think we're going to dive deep into those games next.
All right, let's do it.
We
Bet.
got to do it. Yes, let's do it. I'm excited. But yeah, that's been it for me for sure for right now.
Okay. Well, I'm going to wrap up and say that I have seen a whole bunch of movies. We took the week off. We went to go see 2 movies on Wednesday and Thursday this week, and they were one. I just love going to the movies. It's just such a fun experience that we don't get all that often anymore.
Okay.
So the first one was we saw The Odyssey, and we saw it in IMAX. I saw it in the 70 millimeter, so we didn't have any FOMO.
As the Greek gods intended.
As the Greek gods intended. Zeus himself built a temple around a 70 millimeter screen.
As the Greek god Zeus Nolan intended.
And listen,
IMAX is Apollo's brother, yeah.
And it was kind of cool because they didn't show any really previews besides Dune Part 3. They had a special cut preview for Dune Part 3. But the guy, one of the employees of the theater came out and gave us the whole spiel about the movie, and this has zero CGI. Christopher Nolan wanted no CGI. He did this all kind of practical effects, and here's how he made this special camera to film this, and he gave us kind of the whole background. And I don't know how much you know about the development of this version of the Odyssey, and I'm not a classicist by any means. I do not speak original Greek. I do not I have not read the original text. But I do know that this was based on Emily Wilson's translation, and the version, depending on what translation you read of the Odyssey, the message that you get is going to be different. Mm-hmm. And so Emily Wilson writes a very down to earth, very story, almost narrative style translation of the Odyssey.
Bro, she hated it.
Did she?
Yeah,
she hates the Odyssey.
She was not a fan.
Really?
She hated.
She feels like he missed everything that she was trying to bring out of the work.
Yes,
really?
Bro. Yeah, bro. You got to look into that, bro. She hates this movie. Big.
Okay, time. Because when I watched it, I thought this is not what I have gotten in. I mean, there's themes of the Xenia, which is the guest's right, and the law of Zeus and all that.
Yep.
There's themes of that, and it is a message to be taken away. But I don't think that is the most important lesson to be taken from the Odyssey. And everyone's come out and had their own opinion of how they interpret the Odyssey. And people have been arguing over this for 3,000 years. I'm not going to say anything new here. Ryan Holiday, put out a good video comparing the different messages throughout the Odyssey. And he's far more a classicist than I am. But as somebody who has a tattoo of Odysseus on my chest, I think that they missed an opportunity to really drive home relationship between father and son. And the translation and the interpretation that I appreciate the greatest is by Daniel Mendelsohn. And he teaches collegiate courses on the Odyssey, on the classics. They read it in original Greek. They do all that stuff. And he wrote a book called An Odyssey, A Journey Between Father and Son. Yeah. And I would recommend this book to anybody that is a father or son and or child of somebody, because the way that
covers most people.
It covers most people, I think. He tells a story about his aging father that has a regret in life that he never read the Odyssey in original Greek. He had taken some Greek lessons through school, but never got to the actual class where they read the texts.
Right.
And so he opts to sit in on his son's class at this college. He's 80 years old, sitting there with a bunch of 20-year-olds. And he talks about the comparison between how his father interprets the text and the story versus the kids. And he tells it in that kind of circadian storytelling way that Homer tells the original Odyssey. And man, it's phenomenal. The line that I always think about is that it says, "No son can ever truly know their father, but every father knows their son completely." And and he talks about this relationship and how he's kind of getting to know his dad through him sitting in on this class and talking about the texts. He goes and talks to his father's friends, much like Telemachus goes and talks to people that had fought in the Trojan War with Odysseus. So I think it's great. That's my preferred interpretation. That's my preferred translation is Daniel Mendelsohn. He just put one out, and if you want an appreciation for the Greek language and how it is interpreted through the Odyssey, he wrote a translation within the last 2 years, I think, and it is great. And it has so much background info that you would never pick up on if you read it in English. So highly recommend Daniel Mendelsohn's The Odyssey and An Odyssey. So yeah,
if you want the father-son telling, you'll have to wait for Spielberg's version.
That's right. That's
right.
And I find it interesting. Like, everyone blew this one up. Christopher Nolan, obviously a very prolific director, and when he puts
every movie he makes is an event.
It's an event, right?
Yeah.
2 years ago, there was another Odyssey movie that came out, and nobody saw it because it didn't have the Cyclops and the Whirlpool and the Sirens and all the adventure. The movie is called The Return, and it has
Ralph Fiennes.
Ralph Fiennes.
Yeah, Ralph Fiennes. Yep.
Plays Odysseus, and it is just about his return to Ithaca and not about like all the other stuff before it. And it came out in 2024, and nobody saw it. So,
oh wow,
it's another look if you want to take a look at that one.
The Wikipedia page says The Return, a film adaptation of The Odyssey by Homer. And at a moment of like, I'm sure he didn't adapt it. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, he's still around? Wow.
Wow. It must be more recent than I realized.
Homer Simpson. Talking about Homer Simpson.
That's right.
So what'd you think about the movie though overall?
So the direction and the cinematography and everything is great. As with any Christopher Nolan movie, the mixing leaves a lot to be desired because you lose the dialogue amongst all of the music, and he always has prolific composers that develop amazing soundtracks.
Oh yeah.
But sometimes that dialogue gets lost, and the dialogue is where all the good stuff lives in the Odyssey. So, but I thought it was amazing. Some of the practical effects were incredible.
That Cersei.
You don't get movie making like that anymore.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Hands down. 100%.
He's one of a kind for sure.
Yeah. And then the next day we saw Spider-Man, and that was like whiplash between all CGI and no CGI.
It's actually that Spider-Man is inspired by the Emily Wilson translation of the original Spider-Man comic.
Yes.
Yeah.
And she hated
dug
this
out
one too.
Stan Lee and Steve Ditka's original text and translated it.
Yep.
But I thought it was an interesting choice to film that in the original Greek, which I wasn't expecting for a Spider-Man film,
I know.
Yeah. Tom Holland speaking in Greek, I was like, wow, so authentic.
It was impressive.
It was great that they had subtitles,
wasn't he?
He was in both of them, yeah. And Zendaya.
You had a Tom Holland week.
And John Bernthal, they're all there. You got
and
all
John
three of them.
Bernthal,
Yeah, you got them all on there.
They're having a moment, all of them.
Yep.
And Robert Pattinson, he was also in another movie with Zendaya this year.
The drama. The drama.
Blown up, crazy. So
yeah, I still need to watch that one. It's a drama.
All right. Well, I've kept you guys long enough. We have been talking about board games and talking about movies and talking about culture and talking about theme parks.
Yeah.
And we got to break this podcast, sadly. Peter, we will see you next week. I don't want to spoil anything, but we're going to pick your brain about design and some games that you have coming out. And
let me you guys don't use the word spruik. Let me plug something at the end of the show. So I have my own podcast about game design called Fun Problems, that if you're interested in game design, we're at 102 episodes. It's actually wrapping up very shortly. And so part of the reason why I normally don't do podcast interviews, but I'm trying to promote my new podcast, which is called Blueprints for Life. And it is a productivity kind of podcast. It's about the models, because I'm a game designer, so I see the world in models and systems and so obviously I do that within board games. I also do that to navigate life. So the show is Nicole Cutler, who is Alex Cutler's wife, and a person in her own right. And I get together every week and we just talk about different ways that you can view the world and different models that you can use to make sense of it. And it's very actionable, useful information for improving your life. So if you're a father or a son or a child of anyone, or a parent of anyone, or a daughter or a mother, or none of the above, you will definitely like the show. So check it out, blueprints.fm. It's Blueprints for Life, and it's brand new, so check it out.
Incredible. Nice. And we have a third podcast to plug, which is the Games Emos podcast.
Yes.
So Vic, where can people find the Games Emos podcast?
Yeah, Games Emos podcast, a podcast dedicated to pretty much what Operation Game Night does. Board games, video games, pop culture, everything you name it. We love talking with everyone. I mostly created this podcast because I just love talking to people and just hearing their stories. I just love listening to their stories, and I just want to give them a platform to just talk. I have game designers. I have, Instagram influencers. I have anyone, directors, products. I just love picking brains, and I just like hearing about it. And for me, I'm mostly doing it just for me and myself. I just love listening to people and just hearing their stories, hearing their thought process, and I just get a joy kick out of it. It's fun, and that's how I met Operation Game Night, Travis and the guys, and we love chatting board games, stuff like that. And so if you want to check us out, again, we're on all socials. You can find us: X, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, Amazon playlist or music or wherever you like to watch or listen to podcasts. You can find us at Games and Moss Pod. Yeah, again, if you guys enjoy the content that you like from Operation Game Night, you'll like our content as well. Peter, we got to have you on the pod. I want to pick your brain, man.
For sure.
I would love to pick your brain as well too. But yeah, definitely check it out. Check us out if you like. Give us a follow and chat with us. I check all my messages, and I love to pick brains and just listen. I just want to listen. I just want to hear your story. That's what fuels me every day, just to hear your guys' stories and stuff like that. So that's
my dream of running Universal.
Yes, that's me working on that Andromedus Rex in the background, and while I listen to everyone's stories, that's my dream right there. That's the big dream.
That fusion is the ideal.
exactly. But yeah, and a shout out to Operation Game Night Podcast. You guys are amazing. Thank you for having us on. Everyone that's listening, that's for the first time, you should be following them now. They're amazing podcasts. They're great guys. I love them. They're awesome. And yeah, thanks again.
Thanks for letting me crash too. I realize I am taking your episode away from you, but
no, man, I'm so glad you joined, man. I'm so glad. I'm like, let's go. I'm like, I don't
such a happy accident. I love it.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
my inability to manage a calendar worked out for everyone.
Hey, that's all right. We appreciate your time. We appreciate everyone's time, and we will post links to all of your podcasts in our show notes for people to find. And so if you are a child of somebody out there and looking for a podcast, we've got 3 or 4 podcasts within this podcast that you can check out. So thank you both for your time. For Operation Game Night, I have been Travis. He has been Vic. He has been the one and only Peter C. Hayward. Thank you for your time and attention, and we are out.